Hello everyone. This video presents a notable event that happened on each day from the past week in history. On February 11th, 1990, Iron Mike Tyson went into his match against James Buster Douglas as a 42-1 favorite. Not only did Tyson, undefeated and undisputed as the heavyweight champion at the time, lose the fight, he was knocked out in the 10th round. While Douglas's surprise victory is largely considered the biggest upset in boxing history at any weight class, some of the other major heavyweight upsets include James the Cinderella Man Braddock over Max Baer 1935, Max Schmeling's knockout of Joe Louis in 1936, Muhammad Ali's knockout of Sonny Liston in 1964, Muhammad Ali's knockout of George Foreman in 1974, and Leon Spinks outpointing Muhammad Ali in 1978. As a question for my students and subscribers, which heavyweight boxing match do you consider the greatest upset of all? Please let us know in the comments section below this video. On February 12, 1733, James Oglethorpe founded the English province of Georgia, later to become the colony of Georgia in 1752, the southernmost and last of the 13 colonies that would later become the United States of America. Georgia was named after King George II, who had issued the charter allowing for its colonization. The first settlement was at Savannah, and Georgia was the fourth state admitted to the Union in 1788. Known as the Peach State, Georgia's capital is Atlanta, a city of 500,000, although its metropolitan area is over 6 million, making it the 8th largest American metro area. With a population of almost 11 million, Georgia is the 8th most populous state. As a question for my students and subscribers, who is the only U.S. president born and raised in Georgia? Please let us know in the comments section for this video. On February 13, 1919, American football legend Eddie Robinson was born in Jackson, Louisiana. Eddie was born into a working family and earned his B.A. in English from Leyland College at Baker, Louisiana, while playing quarterback on their football team. He later earned his M.A. at the University of Iowa in 1954. In the meantime, Eddie compiled an incredible record as the football coach at Grambling State University in Louisiana from 1941 to 1997, amassing a record of 408 wins, 165 losses, and 15 ties. Robinson retired in 1997 and died at the age of 88 in 2007, widely considered to be one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. Of course, he is a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. Amazingly, Robinson also coached the Grambling basketball team from 1943 to 1956. On February 14, 2000, the American spacecraft Shoemaker orbited asteroid 433 Eros, the first spacecraft from Earth to orbit an asteroid. Shoemaker had been designed for NASA by the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory and was launched in 1996. Not only did the spacecraft make history with its orbit, a year later it made space history again by being the first spacecraft to touch down on an asteroid, the same 433 Eros. The spacecraft was named after Eugene Shoemaker, an American geologist that studied impact craters on the Earth, but also studied events in our solar system. After his death in 1997, his ashes were delivered to the Moon via the Lunar Prospector space mission. As a question for my students and subscribers, what space mission would you most like to see accomplished? On February 15, 1996, the Chinese space program took a tragic turn when a Long March 3B rocket malfunctioned and crashed into a Chinese village, killing between 6 and 100 people on the ground. The rocket was carrying an Intelsat 708 communications satellite into space, but veered off course shortly after liftoff from the Zhejiang Satellite Launch Center. While the highly publicized American space shuttle disasters come to mind when discussing fatal space incidents, there have been many failures of space launches that have resulted in the expensive loss of equipment and in some cases the loss of life. Are space programs worth the expense and the danger? As a question for my students and subscribers, do you support the American decision to make new manned space flights to the moon? On February 16, 1904, African-American movie actor and singer James Franklin Baskett was born in Indianapolis. You may not know his name, but the character he played in the Disney classic movie Song of the South in 1946, Uncle Remus, is a beloved part of Americana, as is his rendition of the song Zippity Doo-Dah. In 1948, Baskett was awarded an honorary Oscar, becoming the first black actor to receive an Academy Award. Other notable African-American births on February 16th include pianist and organist Bill Doggett in 1916, rapper, actor Ice-T and actor LeVar Burton, NBA star Herb Williams in 1958, Football Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis in 1972, and two-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali in 1974. Do you know why February was chosen as African American History Month? On February 17, 1600, Italian polymath and philosopher Jordano Bruno was burned at the stake in the Papal States of Rome for the crime of heresy. Bruno had the nerve to believe in the heliocentric model of the solar system as taught by Polish astronomer Copernicus, and that the stars in the sky were really distant suns that had their own planets. Further, Bruno opined that unlike the Catholic belief, not only was our sun not the center of the universe is infinite, and therefore could have no center. As he was led to the stake, Bruno had the indignity of having a wooden vice applied to his tongue to prevent him from speaking. As a question for my students and subscribers, who is your favorite historical astronomer? Please let us know in the comments section below this video. As a question for my students and subscribers, which event from this past week in history would you most like to learn more about? Please let me know in the comments section below this video. If you liked this video and would like to receive notification of new videos, please feel welcome to subscribe to History and Headlines and become one of our patrons. Your viewership is much appreciated. For image, audio, and other credits and attributions for components of the individual videos in this compilation, please see the descriptions of their respective videos, which are linked to in this video's description.